Tēnā koutou, katoa, ko Ian Tokowinoa, ko Wanamaker te iwi. Welcome to New Zealand's ice hockey matchup. I'm joined alongside Josh Kretschmar tonight, stepping away from behind the camera, stepping in front of it tonight for your viewing pleasure, folks. This is exciting. We have got live ice hockey action coming your way. Two amazing ice hockey teams, some of the best hockey you're going to ever see in this country, live streamed to you. This is West Auckland Admirals taking on the SkyCity Stampede here at Paradise Avondale.
I mean, I watched the Stampede play the Swarm last weekend, and it was one of the best games I've seen, period. So I'm expecting to see something very similar here. Admirals just sitting above the table in the Swarm, so this is going to be an extremely important game for them to make sure that they make it into that semi-final playoff.
Absolutely. This is going to be a great matchup here. There's two home series matchups key for the Admirals and Stampede for that points table. So two games up here now this weekend, two more vital games down in Queenstown. Could make a difference for the playoffs that are creeping up ever so quickly as we crept over that halfway point in this NZIHL season. So we're going to take a moment here to have a look at the Stampede taking on the Botany Swarm. Last Sunday's game, it went into overtime. They couldn't solve things there, had to go into a shootout. Have a look at these highlights put together for you.
So we're underway here at the Hive, game 2 of the weekend. Another defensive end puts on a good hit on Gavin Puckett, who was coming in for a hit. Another good one on there on the far corner. As puck banged around, Stefan Anderson keeping that in. Burns will find McRae. McRae with Maxwell McCarg was at the back post. Got something on it, but just couldn't guide it into the net.
Offensive-minded defenseman who likes throwing body.
As Kozak receives a good hit there. Good to see the refs not calling that, as it isn't much, but it's part of the game.
Tyler does like letting the boys play quite a bit, so it's good to see that he's not calling too much.
Oh, quick shot stolen there by Gavin Puckett, and Whitson Lee getting a good shot off. Not really finding the intended receiver.
Always looking for the pretty play. And we are well on our way to the average NZIHL 80 shots per game.
Yeah.
But players, when they look back at the game, they're like, we did not give up 50 shots.
Oh, Hasselman almost put it in on his own net as Puckett will have it. He'll just leave it on for Ollie Hay. Receives a good hit for his trouble as well. Ollie Hay with it, going a little bit of coast to coast. Tries to go from the net and crashes into it as well. Gives it to Vordanov, rips one, hit the skater Burns. As Vordanov will just turn around, look for some options. Puts one on, off the post and out. Couldn't be any more closer on that shot. Vordanov unlucky there. Johnson tried to find a centering feed, but there's about 3 or 4 Stampede players on him.
Stampede come back 3-on-2. Ooh, good play by Thuler.
Here's Johnson, goes past 2. Centering feed, goal! Eddie Commons scores! And the Botany Swarm finally get their first goal of the game. Lovely work from Kyle Johnson to find Eddie Commons in the slot area.
Tired, but makes for a good third period.
I'm sure both teams will want to play some smart hockey and not give away anything. As Puckett has it for the Swarm, finds Delmatel, shoots, and just couldn't get it over the line. So the SkyCity Stampede trying to get back into this one. Here's McRae. Shoots on, and a good save there by Harrison. A big one was needed there.
That is a big, big save.
Doesn't get much on it as the Stampede clear it again. Here's Lockie Frere. Trying to find a centering pass. McCarg scores!
That right there.
Max McCarg on the pass from Lockie Frere, and the Stampede have tied it here, Seabass.
Yeah. On that shift, you had Josh Hurley, the future number 13 for the Stampede whenever McRae retires.
I'm sure it's not what the Swarm fans want, but nonetheless. as the linesman takes a tumble as Vordanov put a hit on.
Now we have first line tired against second line fresh for the Swarm.
Hopkinson wins that. Here's Mawson. Uh-oh, here comes the Stampede. It's Hurley. Oh, Mawson, take a bow, mate. And we're underway here in overtime. Big play needed there by Ollie Hay as he needed a change. And
What a
Tula
play by Thuler.
throwing the stick behind him. A no-look backhand. Tula trying to get a shot on. Net comes off. Not sure where the puck is. Ref does wave it off. It's no goal. Here's Connor Harrison. He'll find Mitchell Frere. Mitchell Frere with a chance here. Backhand shoots.
Nice save by Grace Harrison.
So the Swim will be shooting first. It's going to be Carl Jonsson, the Swedish native. He's got the whistle ready to go here.
So I am 1 for 1 on the Swarm picks.
Forehand. Hasselman comes up strong on that one.
Callum Burns did have a penalty shot earlier in the year against the Christchurch Red Devils, or Canterbury Red Devils.
And here he goes. Burns, forehand shot, scores!
I'm 1 for 2 now.
1 for 2. Vordanov breaks his own. Backhand. No, denied. Here he goes.
You can see the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Feels like it. Shoots. And Harrison comes up strong. Swarm stay in it. And here he goes. Sasha Polozov to keep the Swarm in this. Puts on the brake. Shoots and scores. No. Waved off. We can still do it.
Yeah.
Just so we
So
can end on
Vordanov
perfect.
could have potentially been 4-5.
Here comes Max McCarg. Fakes and scores.
Iwell is a handy guy. He did score a goal yesterday. Got that game opening goal for the Swarm yesterday.
And here he goes.
Oh.
Leaves it behind. Oh, no. And that's going to be the win for the SkyCity Stampede here today.
Fantastic. Kia ora and welcome back to this live stream. Hope you enjoyed those highlights that have been put together, Josh. It's really clever. It's great to see some of that action that's live, the last weekend's game, so we can just to be a bit of a summary. But great action. I haven't expected to see a shootout like that in a while.
Yeah, we don't really get too many shootouts in the New Zealand Ice Hockey League. It's a pretty high-scoring league, so that's probably why.
Yeah, and as Seabass himself, Colin McIntosh, has aptly put that averaging around 80 shots a game. So you're in for a treat here, folks, if you're watching this. This is going to be a massive event. The crowd is massive here tonight. It's huge. The line was out all the way down the street. You couldn't find a car park anywhere near to this building. It's loud already. This is West Auckland. They are here. They're really cheering them on, going for it. It is huge. So definitely one of the biggest rivalries for the top of the table, SkyCity Stampede, in their first head-to-head games this season. So great to see a full building here, Josh, and we can't wait to call the action.
It's getting loud in here. Admiral fans already starting a chant as they're making their way onto the rink. Stampede just making their way out now.
And they do have a fair amount of supporters up here, and it's great to see some of that, the yellow and blue on display in the stands. There's a lot of jerseys their fans are supporting and showing. So good to see a lot of that South Mainland showing strong here up in Auckland. So it's also good to see in and around the Motu, like people watching this even around the country. We're going to get to the lineup shortly. Thank you very much for Dave asking for those starting lineups, which we're getting to. But we want to acknowledge some of those sponsors that allow these events to take place. And really, this is an amateur sport here in New Zealand, and it's something that needs lots of funding. And if you got anything out there that you can lend a hand. So we're thankful for New Zealand Pure Spring Water. We've got Trade Hub, Dynasty Sport and Sal's Pizza, as well as Radio Hauraki joining the game tonight. So shout out to the Radio Hauraki crew. We know Joe Dury there with his crew is going to be getting into it. And we saw Matt and Jerry giving it a go earlier on in the news media. So that was pretty funky to see them all dressed up in their regalia, trying to learn how to play and skate and do their thing. So, man, the excitement here is definitely building. You can feel it. The players are ready to go. The warm-up was electric. Goaltenders doing their thing. Starting lineups, let's go through them. We've got for your Stampede. We'll get to the Admirals shortly. Starting in goal, number 39, Aston Brooks. Number 14, Callum Burns. He's been in good form lately. And alongside him is Mitchell Freer, and wearing number 16 on that lineup is another Freer. It's Lockie wearing number 24 with Max McCarg and Connor Harrison. Here we go, Josh. We are underway. Admirals looking to control here. Henderson trying to get a shot on, but that's put aside. Stampede clearing the zone. Daigle tidying up as one of the linesmen takes a little tumble. That's another early bath with this freshly groomed ice. Shot saved there by Brooks, looking sharp early as Daigle tests him with a nice solid snapshot. Daigle backhands it over to Henderson. To Hayward Jones, chips it in the Stampede zone. Quite quick action, nice and early on in this game. Burns looking for Freer, just a tad out of his reach. Stampede dump it right back down into Admirals territory. Taylor Kennedy lets it go to Hayward Jones. Kennedy sees a nice hit there from Jaden Skipper. Great to see Jaden out there playing. I played against Jaden for a lot of years, and he's a tough competitor, wearing number 89 for the Stampede. He's playing on a line with an import player, number 63, Daniel Vansickle. He is 5th of November, 91, so he's only a young man, 30 years old, roughly 31. Alongside him is Thomas Carson Pratt on the faceoff.
Now, Ian, New Zealand's got a busy night of ice hockey tonight. We actually have 4 games going on, 2 for the men's league and 2 for the women's league. The Dunedin Women's Thunder have just taken the lead against the Auckland Steel, finishing the second period 5-3. Then later tonight, the Phoenix Thunder are going to be playing the Botany Swarm down in Dunedin. That starts at 5:45. And then also in Dunedin, straight after the... my mistake. That's actually in Queenstown. The Wakatipu Wild are playing the Canterbury Inferno.
Wow.
So there's plenty of hockey to watch tonight.
Excellent. So we thank you for tuning into this live stream broadcast, as well as Regan. He streaks away, looking very solid as he gets harassed a bit by Josh Hurley. Admirals behind the goal. That's Regan again with it. Skating strong, protecting the puck. Has it taken away from him by Amston. But McLeish holds it at the line. That's blocked. Does clear the line, so Scott Henry dumps it in. He goes for a change. Amston goes D to D. Over to True. Chips it up to Oldie, or that's what he's sometimes known as, Connor Harrison, number 8. Takes a hit from Daigle. Does well to protect the puck, though. Burns has a shot. That's blocked. Doesn't get through the net. Hart skates away with it now. He sends it in Stampede territory. Rooney leaves it for Harrop. Players battle for it. Puck goes up the wall. As that puck appears to have gone just outside of the zone, as McCarg laid a hit on Justin Digg.
Stampede coming out physical. They did that last weekend against the Swarm. I think they know that's kind of where they can maybe make an advantage against the Admirals. They're more silky smooth, I'd like to say the Admirals are. Nice moves, plays around, dangle around some players.
They certainly have the skill set, so we'll see how they actually adapt to their physicality, the Admirals, with playing this Stampede team. You've got to make adjustments in the game as Harrop takes a great shot, saved by Brooks with the glove. Again, he's going to be tested often. To Harrop. Tries a centering feed. Henderson battles with Harrison. But Burns clears the zone up to Taylor Kennedy. Brooks plays the puck himself. Up the wall to Lockie Freer. Lockie gives it away. Ooh, and the slap shot misses the goal as Henderson went down trying to do that. Taylor Kennedy keeps it at the line. Does again. Takes a hit. Makes his play. Henderson down to Ellis. Ellis, kind of a low angle shot pass. Steered away by Brooks. So the Admirals putting a lot of shots on early. First 3.5 minutes already played. Not many whistles, Josh, so we've only really had one whistle since the opening puck drop. That's McCog. Max McCog. His brother is not currently in the lineup. Didn't make the trip up. Hope he's all good. Ellis skating away. Elects to send it from neutral ice area all the way down, and that is going to result in an icing.
Yeah, I think this game's going to end up, I mean, we haven't had any penalties yet, but I believe this may be a special teams kind of game. We've got the Stampede and the Admirals, top 2 power plays in the league. Admirals at number 1 with 28%. Stampede's got a good penalty kill as well, where the Admirals not so much, only sitting at 70% penalty kill rate. So
very true.
Admirals need to make sure they're staying out of the box, but they won't be too upset if the Stampede end up in the box.
Absolutely. And Chaba is a goaltender sitting on a goal save percentage of 92.35. So his save percentage is excellent. If the Stampede want to try and break through that, they're going to need a lot of shots. Regan has the puck here as he gets lined up by Skipper. And another import out on the ice is number 26, Coyle, for the Stampede. That's Thomas. We'll get some information on him. And that's Strone with a great wrist shot. Goes right off the top of the goalie's stick there, and that's deflected out of play. There will be a face-off inside the zone.
Yeah, tricky play. Aston Brooks has got good eyes. He knows where the puck's going to end up, and he manages to make those saves.
Admirals win the face-off. Quick shot, save, right pad by Brooks. Kicks it away nicely to his D partner, to his defenseman, Callum Burns, and that led to a nice quick transition right back into the Admirals' territory. So we shall see how this game plays out, but both teams very quick on the transition. Anytime there's a mistake, the others are looking to capitalize. And that door temporarily pops open on the sideboards there as the players all are battling. There's 5 of them quite close to that door as it opens up. So the referees instantly blew the whistle as we had a slight delay there with that altercation with the sideboards. Hopefully they can get that fixed and tidied up and tightened up. We're going to have a face-off.
Yeah, that gets me nervous. Any other Canucks fans out there may remember when Brock Besser hit his back on the side of the door going to the bench, and that took him out for a while. I always
quite
get
dangerous.
nervous.
Yeah, those plays are player safety is something that we need to really look after. And just playing the game of ice hockey is hard enough, but worrying about the sideboards should never really come into the frame. Nevertheless, we carry on down here at Paradise, Avondale, Auckland, Aotearoa, New Zealand. We thank you for watching wherever you are in the world. And we know we do have some international viewers, so thank you once again. Taylor Rooney chips it past his winger Freer, but they get it back. Good stick checks there by the Stampede. McCog goes cross ice. Takes a punishing hit, though. That's Rooney going 1-on-2. Elects to dump it down, makes a change. Brooks comes out to play it. True takes a hit from Tyon. Tyon kind of, it was like a reverse hit. He kind of took the ricochet and the force bounce back off the boards and fell. So we have another whistle here, and there'll be a stoppage of play. The score's still 0-0. We've just gone close to 7 minutes of play, as the clock, for some particular reason, still is ticking down. But we'll get that, should be around this 13-20 minute mark. Shot there, and that ricochets in. What a goal. It deflected off the defenseman on the Stampede as the Admiral player was falling, and that went right in the net as Aston was tracking the shot, expecting where it was going to go. Here it is here on the replay. Get a face-off win. Takes it, shoots off the defenseman, and redirects it into his own goal.
Talon doing the right move as a winger coming in. If the puck's stuck in the middle between two centres. He just comes in, steals it, and he's away. Great set-up play by the centreman to box out the other centreman, and Talon just come in and steal it.
And that's a set play sometimes, too. In a little game within the game, the face-off's crucial. If you win them, you get the puck back, you got possession, shooting. And look at that. It goes off a defender and into the goal. So 1-0 to the Admirals here. Stampede right back on attack.
Almost similar play there. Just keeper almost missed it.
So the goaltender's tracking the puck well, but you got to be wary of any little deflection, as that puck does change direction very quickly as Ellis gets around True. Skipper has it now. Loses it in his check from Vesper. He's doing well there. Players battle for the puck along the boards. Ellis keeps it in. True calmly throws it down the ice. It could go for an icing. No, it's waved off. So Hayward Jones sends it to Dago. Dago looking up ice. Stops up. Here's a nice soft pass to Henry. Henry.
Oh, good hip check.
Nice hip
there.
check from Carson Pratt. Does get it in, but he doesn't have any support. He's looking for support here, but Burns starts wheeling it up. Backhand pass up to Robbie. Robbie through the middle. Chamberlain, that's Caleb, I think it is, takes a nice streak down the wing and got free for a moment and has an open shot on the goal. Number 24 there for the Admirals, Caleb Chamberlain. So Stampede win this faceoff in their own zone. Send the puck up to Robbie, number 19. Goes cross ice. Nice stick handling move here. Shot saved by Chaba. That's CJ Kemp playing on the wing there with Josh Hurley and Jack Robbie. It's Stampede. The Stampede have got listed down as 3 lines, so that's a relatively thin lineup, but I guess with traveling and some travel restrictions, they've elected to bring up only 3 lines, so we'll see how that fares for them this weekend. As they did do that against Botany in their other Auckland round last weekend, so we'll see how the Stampede are feeling and faring during this matchup when they have those 3 lines rolling, because the Admirals have got 4 deep, and if you just take a look at the benches, you can notice the depth that some of the players on the Admirals benches are standing up. The next line is ready to go because there's no room to sit on the bench.
Yeah, you're right. Luckily, the Stampede are used to kind of playing on the smaller rink as well, which the West Auckland Admirals home rink is the same, one of the smaller, more NHL-sized rinks. They maybe that was what caused the Swarm to gain a couple points on the Stampede last weekend. We're playing against the bigger ice. I know Colin McIntosh mentioned that was something he was concerned about.
Again, adjustments, like the game still needs to be played. And this game is an absolute ripper so far. So Admirals are up by 1 just on the halfway mark of the first period. Very physical, good contest. As another shot sent on goal by Taylor Kennedy. Set aside by Brooks. As Kennedy, that's Mason, takes kind of a blindside hit by Harrison. Does well to come off it. That's Taylor. Goes back to Mason. Past his feet to Henderson. Good forechecking here by the Stampede. Outnumbered, but they do have possession of the puck. Burns looking for McCog, doesn't reach him. Dago with it. Skates through behind his net. Goes right up the middle. Goes cross wing to Henderson. Doesn't have it. Dago now at center ice. Looks to make a play. Takes a hit from Skipper. That's Jaden. Ellis temporarily had it. Again, maybe like you said, little things in the game like giveaways and takeaways. Takeaways is another one of those things that can lead to great offensive chances, and you really got to be on your game. As Stampede look to clear their own zone. They can't do it at the moment. Kept in. Vesper doing some good forecheck. Penalty coming to the Stampede. Shot blockered away by Brooks. He has looked good so far. And the Stampede touch up, and we will have our first penalty of the game here, Josh, and that is a hooking call. Looks like it's going to number 89. Oh, yes, that's Skipper. Yep, he's going to the box, serving 2 minutes or less for a hook.
Oh, let's see what the Admirals can do here with their 28% power play. I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup between Justin Daigle and Callum Burns, two top scoring defensemen. They actually have Daigle as third and Callum as fifth in the whole league, and they're defensemen. They're not even very close to the goal.
It just shows you that the defensemen can jump up and in on the rush, or often quarterbacking a power play. Kind of a different style between Justin and Callum. Callum, he keeps things pretty simple, but he's very effective. He's very smart, very intelligent player. Daigle, the same. High hockey IQ. Giveaway here. Oh, as the Stampede play gets taken out by looked like a knee-on-knee by Kennedy.
Jack Roby. Yeah, that was
he goes down.
Knee-on-knee. Not sure if we're getting a penalty out of that, though. It didn't seem too intentional. Oh, Cameron True not happy with Dale's...
It's Dale's assessment of the situation, I guess. You know, he's clearly saying that that was a knee, but for you at home, you can definitely have a look as the on instant replay, I guess, or rewind. So there will be a penalty here called as the referee skates over to the penalty bench and says kneeing is the call. We do hope that Robbie's all right. Like, we never ever want to see players getting injured, and knee-on-knee collisions are sometimes part of the game, but when it's deliberate and on purpose, I don't know if that was, because sometimes it can be considered a hockey play when just two players at high speed happen to collide. Sometimes the knees are there, and that gets in the way, but man.
So we're going to be getting some 4-on-4 in a bit, just for a while. Open up the ice. Good chance we could see a goal here.
So they have put Taylor Kennedy in the penalty box. The call is kneeing, but they haven't put up the amount of time. So it looks like it could be 2 minutes, possibly 4, because kneeing normally is a 4-minute penalty, depending on the result of the player, I believe, in the referee's assessment as to what's happened.
They don't really give another signal, do they?
No, you just did knee, and then that's all he said. He's going over to the penalty box now just to confirm the time. There it is. It is a 2 minute.
Minutes.
But they have removed the Admirals penalty. They put it on the Stampede side, so I don't know what's happened there. Regardless, we will be having 4-on-4 action here. Admirals have got Daigle, Henderson, Regan, and Ellis on the ice. And Stampede have got Amston, Lockie Freer, Max McCog, and Callum Burns out there for this 4-on-4. And some adjustments to the time have been taking place. Burns has it in, takes a nice wrist shot off the crossbar, and there's a great souvenir. And what a catch by the fan in the crowd. No hesitation, he's watching this game. Oh, and he throws it back.
Oh, he
wow.
didn't want the souvenir.
Doesn't keep it, doesn't hold on to it. What a fan. So they will reset. We'll get another shot here as Callum Burns had a wicked wrist shot right off that crossbar, right in the middle, directly out of play. Admirals win this face-off. Ellis back to Regan as the Admirals set up behind their net. 4-on-4 action. Henderson looks up ice, drops it back to Daigle, streaks behind him. Admirals setting it up well here. Kind of taking their time with their options, what they're going to do with the puck, because they will have a penalty to kill after this 4-on-4 expires. Daigle steps up on his man, takes the puck, but they get it right back. That's Lockie Freer, 24. Here he has it. Does he shoot it? Passes in, it's blocked away. Regan skates up well on that left side. Looking for support, though. Goes around the net, takes a hip check. Ellis in to help. Regan gets it back. Kind of stumbles. Daigle chips it down. Can't keep it in. That's Amston. 2-on-1 for the Stampede. Amston. Shot pass. Blocked by Dale Harrop's skate. Great defensive effort there by Dale to intercept that. That was a 2-on-1. Very dangerous. Daigle the other way. Backhand shot saved by Brooks with the glove. As Daigle looked like he could have passed that. Elected to shoot, and the goalie makes a nice save.
Not really too sure what the Stampede were trying to do there defensively. They weren't really keeping it flat. There was a lot of space that Justin was able to just kind of skate around them like cones and managed to put a shot on straight to the glove, but still got a shot on.
Often it's about placement too, because he put it just above the pad, and that's often a hard spot for a goalie because he has to reach down, or she, to stop that puck. And it can be the change-ups as well, like the off-speed shots. Nevertheless, we've got, we're going to say it just expired as skipper comes onto the ice, and now it's 5 players for the Stampede. He goes for a change as the Stampede are up by 1 player for the next 10-15 seconds. So they have a short power play. It's hammered in the zone by Mitchell Freer. Carson Pratt, he goes down by a trip from Hayward Jones.
Hayward Jones did try and let go of the stick, but probably not quick enough, and ends up getting a tripping penalty out of that.
He is a big, tall man, reaching with that stick, and I guess the smaller, very quick skating, I think that was Hurley, and he was ahead of him, so if he got latched on the side and then kind of took that stick with him, a bit of water skiing happening, so then if he didn't let go for that split second or whatever it was in the referee's mind, he's got a call now. Power play.
Stampede have got to be careful here because they've got Kennedy coming straight out of the box, and defenseman may not realize that he could be out for breakaway if the Admirals win this face-off.
Again, it's face-offs, isn't it, Josh? So we'll see how they line up, how they sort this situation. Admirals win the puck back. McLeish sends it around the boards. Doesn't clear, though. Harrison keeps it in. Gives it to Freer. Freer back to Harrison. Harrison has it. Looks at the net, shoots. Chaba was already down in that RVH position. Makes a nice save there with his pad. And Admirals clear. Amston. Back to Burns. Burns to Amston. Amston gains entry into the Admiral zone. Drop pass to Lockie. Burns at the line. Shot by Oldie. Doesn't get to the net. Amston with it. Mitchell's Freer's parked in front, looking for that screen of the goalie. Now it's Lockie, so they swap places. Mitchell up to Harrison. Harrison holding on to it. Burns elects to shoot. It's deflected. So they've killed a minute of this penalty, Josh. They've got another minute to go. Oldie keeps it in. Regan finishes his check. Puck is loose on the boards. Lockie collects it. He takes a shot. Saved by Chaba. Amston in the corner. Goes up top to Burns. Burns back to Amston. Amston down low into the middle. Looking to have a shot there, but doesn't get it through. Admirals doing well with sticks and lanes on the penalty kill. Amston. Calm with it. Gives it to Burns. Burns takes a wrist shot. That's stopped by the stick of Ellis. Again. Sticks in the way. Nothing getting cleanly through. Admirals looking to clear it here. They will. Ten seconds left in the power play to the Stampede. Both teams listed as 5 shots on goal. Could be possibly more at this point in time in the game. There's another one as Chapa steers that aside. The power play is over, so we're back to 5-on-5. But it's a bit of a scrambly time when players are just getting back into their positions and sorting them after the power play is expired. Admirals have control of the puck. Up to Ellis. Chips it right to True. True. Up the wing. To Van Sickle. To True. Stampede moving the puck well here. They elect to send it in and they make some changes. Hard hit in the corner there. Looking for a call, but nothing there. We carry on. Always play to the whistle. There's a high shot thrown in and Aston gloves it. Elects to play it. Keeping the play alive. 4 minutes to play in this first period. Sistroni dumps it down low. Caleb Chamberlain chases. That's McLeish looking to hold the line. Keeps the puck in. Large amount of snow right up, building up in front of that blue line in that bench. As Sistroni lays the body. Henry, hard on the back check. Clears it into neutral ice. Burns circles back. Sends it off the sideboards. McLeish now. Admirals electing to try to dump it in, doesn't get through. As Caleb Chamberlain back, hands it up to Rooney. Rooney trying to get around Burns, does so, gets through, shoots. Looks like a cut of, oh no, Brooks stops this. He got it looking to go 5-hole, Rooney, but was taken away very quickly by Brooks as he didn't quite know where it was. Look behind him, but he had that puck the whole time.
Nice move by Rooney there, just kind of dumping the puck just a little bit, just so he can skate around the defense and put that puck straight back onto his stick for an easy shot.
As we've got Harrop with Hart and Rooney. Forward line for the Admirals. They win the faceoff to Kennedy Taylor. That shot deflects away off, took a weird bounce off of Mitchell Freer. This time a bounce that doesn't go in their net. And Admirals holding on the puck in the Stampede zone. Rooney chases it down. Admirals got it again. Doing a good forecheck here as another shot on goal. Kind of a off-speed shot that took a weird dip down, but Aston Brooks saw it all the way, holds on. As we have just under 3 minutes, that's 2 minutes 54 seconds remaining in this first period.
Yeah, Aston Brooks, the Brook wall just reaching out for the glove.
He has been a consistent performer in this league for a number of years. Aston Brooks, very, very good goaltender for the Stampede.
Admirals picking up on the hits now. I think they're seeing that as an advantage as well. Like, we can play your game.
Oh, and there's a
one.
really different open ice hit there. A little bit of retaliation as Carson Pratt laid right into one of the Admirals players. That's Zach Steven, I think, as he labors and goes to the bench. It wasn't even him that hit him. It was that was Moses. So players sometimes, there's an offside as Regan just gets in with an Admirals player just in front of him.
Yeah, looking good so far for the Admirals. A lot of the times being played in the Stampede zone, and that penalty kill they had before, I thought that was actually really impressive. They didn't really let the Stampede make too many plays, and if they were, they weren't super high chance. So that bodes well for the Admirals.
Giveaway here, and Admirals take a shot. Well saved by Brooks as the defenseman there, that looked like Cameron True potentially. I gotta get his number. Oh no, that's that's number 26. That's their new import, Thomas Coyle.
Yes.
Bit of a pizza delivery. That was right up the middle, intercepted by the Admirals, and a quick shot back onto their goal. Another face-off win by the Admirals. Quick shot, misses the net. Goes all the way around. Daigle collects it. Has the puck. Sends it over to Hayward Jones. Up to Vesper. Vesper to Ellis. Ellis to Henderson. Henderson. Shot off the goalpost. Handcuffed Brooks a little bit. That got right through. A great shot by Henderson.
That took a weird bounce too, I think.
Yeah, it was really actually off of his glove and dipped down. So he got a piece of it, but it clearly looked like it was going in. So Stampede, they'll be happy to actually go to the break with just a one-goal game here instead of a two. At the moment, Admirals have one. They have none. Stampede are the team playing in yellow. The mostly yellow and blue jersey, I should say, as Admirals are in the similar colors. As a player does a little bit of a swan dive after he ran into Chaba.
Taking his sweet time to make sure he gets back in front of the goal.
So last minute in the first period, Harrison sends it across to Lockie Freer. That's broken up. And Scott Henry goes down with a trip. Looks like there will be a penalty to number 8, Harrison. Stampede touch-up. Indication is a tripping penalty.
I think Vinny thought it was... I thought Scott Henry thought the penalty was on him. He was questioning the ref for a second there.
I think he was looking just to see that if the referee was going to call him for like embellishment or like unsportsmanlike conduct to sell a penalty, but he clearly got tripped up. So Harrison goes to the box for 2 or less. 44.6 seconds left in the first period, so it's an Admiral power play.
Sky Henry's having a pretty good season. I've watched him quite a few times play in the BHL, and he always was a player that stood out to me, and was surprised he didn't really play for the Admirals sooner, but I'm glad he's getting his chance now.
Well, it could be some of that leadership group from the Castors. I don't know. There's a guy called Ian Wanamaker that's involved that might have had something to do with that. But no, he's a good player, very tenacious, always working hard and in the right spots. Admirals. Ellis takes a shot, deflected in front, shot, and it's in. Vesper with a goal. Roof Daddy, he goes. Setting up in that mid-slot section, and the puck gets to him. He buries Admirals, setting it up well here. Going from the left side of the ice, across to the defenseman. Takes a shot, deflects off a skate from Regan's skate. It goes right to Vesper. The right-hand shot, and he buries it upstairs off that bar down.
Yeah,
2-0.
Right top corner. You could almost hear the post ping as well. A couple posts for the Admirals. That one happened to bounce in.
So that's 2-0 now. As we were saying, we didn't want to see the Stampede go down that way, but that's the situation they are in at the moment. Maybe they can equalize very quickly here in the last 15 seconds of the first period. Admirals have the puck, making that a challenge. Sestroni elects to just dump it, backhands it out of the zone. Oh, as Caleb Chamberlain gets it real quick, possibly catching the Stampede snoozing before the period ends. Gets another shot on goal, but man, oh man, what a period, Josh.
Yeah, that was great. Not too many shots. I think that's going to open up in the second and third, but we got a couple goals out of that. I expect great hockey in the second and third. Now, if you're wanting to wait during this intermission, you can actually jump over to the New Zealand Women's Ice Hockey League game, where the Auckland Steel have just taken a 6-5 lead on the Dunedin Thunder. So it's now 6-5 with 10 minutes left.
So they've clawed back from a 5-3 deficit to overcome that and score
3 goals.
3 goals. Thank you. Just doing my quick
minutes.
math. In 10 minutes. Phenomenal. Great hockey action. So please stay tuned to us here as we regroup from this first period intermission. We've got live ice hockey action with the West Auckland Admirals taking on the SkyCity Stampede. Kia ora whanau, and welcome back to Paradise Avondale here, watching this live YouTube NZIHL action. Again, Ko Ian Wanamaker Tokoinua alongside Josh Kretschmar. Newly wed by the sounds of things as well, so if you are out there watching, this man is now just off the market. And wow, what a period we had in that first period, Josh.
Yeah, that was great. Admirals taking a 2-0 lead over it. Can't really count out the Stampede yet. To feel a bit more confident, you've got to put a few more pucks in the net.
Yeah, because these games have big implications potentially for those standings. So if you're new to NZIHL action, there's actually 6 teams in this competition, but only 5 of them are eligible to be playing for the Burgle Cup. And the 6th team is called the Auckland Admirals, and they are an under-23 development team. They play games, but they're not necessarily eligible to compete for that trophy, the Burgle Cup. That's what they're all playing for. So 5 teams make it. The team with the top points, they will play. They get an automatic berth into the finals. So everybody wants to be that top team. 2nd and 3rd, they go into a playoff. They play 2 games of a semifinal to see who plays off in a best of 3 in the finals. We're back underway. That's Mitchell sending it down low. Stampede will really want to come out strong here and get some shots on net against the Admirals here, as they do quickly, as Chaba really wasn't significantly tested too much in that first period. Maybe that shot from Burns that hit that crossbar when he was clearly beat, but some other routine saves, or he's made it look pretty routine, I should say, but Stampede going to challenge that in this period.
Now, it might be a little hard to pick up on the camera, but the rink is still a little bit wet, so you may see a few players falling over early, but the rink should freeze up pretty quickly here.
Icing is called there, or the fact that the puck might not slide or glide freely, it will stop on occasion when the water is still not dried onto that top layer of ice.
Get hard passes.
Yeah, exactly. Often the referees will survey the ice before they drop the puck, too. That's their job. They have to make sure that everything is all ready to go. But I guess with lots of people in here, that humidity in Auckland, too, it's not the deep south. It's not that freezing, nice, cold, beautiful cold that I love so much. Man, I think I should be in the South Island.
It's been pretty cold up in Auckland the past couple of days. I'm
That's
a little
true.
concerned.
4 degrees is cold for Auckland.
It is, yeah. I'm scared for my friends down in Dunedin and Invercargill. They're having to probably chip ice off their cars before they go drive.
Yeah. So this winter has been a little bit more harsh than normal. Again, we have had it a little bit lighter in the last couple of years, but we digress. We're watching some beautiful ice hockey action as Admirals take a quick shot deflected in front by Vesper, saved by Brooks. Hayward Jones with it, sends it back in. Stampede, gather it up. Freer, that's Lockie. Backhands it out of the zone. Hayward Jones chases. That doesn't go down for icing. Hayward Jones steps out from behind the goal, skates up right through the middle of the ice, then sends it down. Burns collects, passes up the boards. Nice touch there by Van Sickle. Over to Kemp, and they make some changes. Admirals looking to clear. That's Hayward Jones. Gives it to Mason Kennedy. Mason off the boards directly to Amston. Amston gets it back now. Sends it up the ice with an open man. Van Sickle has it. Kind of deflects the pass as a shot on goal to Chaba, and Chaba redirects that up into the netting, possibly knowing that he didn't have a lot of Admiral supporters back there with him, so he gets a face-off, and they will reset.
Now, Ian, we do have a conclusion to the Auckland Steel Dunedin Thunder game, with Auckland Steel winning at 7-5.
Wow.
Which puts them in second place on the table, tied of points with the Wakatipu Wild, but second on a goal differential.
Well, fantastic. Thank you very much. Good showing there by the Auckland Steel. The ladies there overcoming a large deficit to come pull that back. So not just the players, but also to their coaching staff. Mr. Boom and co. I will have more to say about one of the women's coaches for New Zealand, Michelle Cox, who's just been over at a development camp in the States, who coaches some of those ladies. And that's Van Sickle with it now. 2-on-2 with Skipper. Skipper loses the handle on the puck, but sends it back into the Admirals area. McLeish separating the man from the puck. But Amston does well to keep it in. Slap shot right off McLeish's equipment. And Hart sends it down low. Takes a hit from Hurley. Freer hounded by Sarakov. That's some big hits happening now in mid-ice, right in front of both players' benches. Possibly leading to something to make this game really open up. It's 2-0 now, but that next goal is very critical. Making a 3-0 lead, one of the toughest leads to hold in hockey, or is it going to be a one-goal game?
I think the Stampede should be able to put a goal in. They're just going to make sure they're making the right plays. They need to spend way more time in the Admiral zone to be able to make that happen. Get the puck cycling, you know. Make Chubba have to look left and right, get him moving.
Get some traffic and rely on that physicality. Like, they have a good physical game. Push the Admirals around a bit and lean on them. But at the moment, the Admirals have a 2-0 lead, so maybe the Stampede need to change up their game plan a little bit to get that next goal. That's Harrison. He sends it down low for Max McCog. Regan and Freer come together. And that's Caleb Chamberlain. Up to Moses. Moses gains the red line, flips the puck down. He goes off for a change. Burns sends cross ice off the skate of Harrison. Does well to corral it. Has it poked away. Ellis gets it. Goes over to Vesper. Vesper streaking in. Goes wide. Stops up. Centering pass. Daigle in the middle. Shot off the boot of McCog. A nice block there. Henderson has it taken away from him. McCog steps out of the zone. Has it taken away. Henderson on the backhand. Doesn't get all of it. Daigle trying to get through. Doesn't. The puck's kind of pinballing back and forth. Stuck in Lockie Freer's equipment. Amston breaking in 1-on-none. Streaks into the middle. Good poke check there by Hayward Jones. Both two big men coming together. Carson Pratt. It's a nice saucer pass up to Van Sickle. Can't hold it. Admirals dump it down. Amston chases. He has it. Backhands it behind the net. Over to True. True up to Carson Pratt. My apologies, team. I keep saying Pratt, but it's Thomas Coyle. He's wearing 26, a newcomer for the Stampede. Henry sends it to Sestroni off his stick. And Mitchell Freer goes back. And it's deflected in front as Admirals. Caleb Chamberlain, really good on the forecheck there, Josh. Sends it in front to Scott Henry, gets a shot on goal. Not sure what that hit.
Yeah, I think he just lifted it really high off that shot. Yeah, great move by Caleb Chamberlain to just come behind the goal. Defense that was chasing him got caught up by the goal, so he was able to break it. And Henry just crashed in the net, ready for the puck. Unfortunately, lifted it a bit too high, though.
So the faceoff will come outside the zone. And the Stampede win that back. That's Coyle. Hart, quick on the forecheck. Sends it low. Well read by McCog. Goes up off the boards. Shot from the point. Doesn't reach through. Some shots not getting through, and it's leading to quick transitions. Again, this is where discipline will come into a factor as well. As players, after hits, taking a little bit of liberties with checks and some slashes or retaliation. And as this game goes on, that's going to be important. That's a shot there from Freer, blockered away by Chaba as he was partially screened. Kennedy up to Harrop. Harrop stops and curls, sends it in. Mitchell Freer in behind his net. Stampede looking to get out of the zone. They do. Carson Pratt has it. Doesn't get past the beard, McLeish. But Skipper does. He's trying to fend off Harrop. He kind of steals Dale's stick and throws it into the middle of the ice. Henderson takes a shot on net. That's steered aside by Aston. Henderson up to the point to McLeish. McLeish takes a wrist shot. Saved there by Brooks. Does well to stop it with the stick. Had a little look.
Yeah, good shot from the point by McLeish. He's actually favoring his hand a little bit there. I wonder if he maybe took a stick to it in a previous play.
It looked like he got harassed a little bit in that the lead up to that play in behind the goal. Kind of had an awkward collision there with the Stampede player. Ellis takes the face off. Controlled by Stampede. They break away. Kemp. Over to Robbie. Robbie leans on Regan. Regan comes away with the puck, does well. Henderson, 2-on-2 here. Broken up. Stampede doing well to regroup and get that puck back after the Admirals take it off of them. So a bit of back and forth here. Scoreline still 2-0. We've played 8 minutes in this second period. Shots pretty even, 10-9. But the Admirals are up by 2. And that will be an icing charge against the Admirals. Stampede. Critical face-off at this point in time, Josh. Well, I mean, any face-off is critical, but whenever it's in the other team's end, you got another higher chance of scoring.
Yeah, and still see McLeish out there as well. So looks like the Admirals are going to want to make a change as soon as they can, as tired legs are not the best legs that you can have out there.
Stampede win the face-off. Shot doesn't get through, but they still keep the puck in the zone. Regan showing some good fortitude there, battling through 2 players to come away with the puck. But the Admirals look like they sent it down for another icing. So they will not be able to change again. And all that work that they've just done, they got to stay out there a little bit longer. You can see the Admirals players up on the bench all waiting to change, but they cannot do so. They're deep in their territory. And I think the Stampede can sense that. They know that. They're ready to go. And they win the face-off. Doesn't get cleanly through as Sistroni does a diving play to get it just into neutral territory. So Stampede looking to demonstrate why they are the team to beat. They are the top of the table team right now in this NZIHL league. Only suffering 1 loss so far, Josh.
Yeah, they it wasn't even a regulation loss. They still managed to scrape a point out of it. So I've lost track of actually how many what their point streak is. It's something
somewhere
ridiculous.
High. It's 30 some odd game,
something.
36 game. I think Colin McIntosh, who is here to be able to tell us what it is.
We're really seeing probably the most dominant hockey I think I've seen in the NZIHL. Absolute Stampede dynasty going on.
Yeah, but it's dialed back now a little bit here as they're up against it with facing a 2-goal deficit against this Admiral team, who is certainly looking to break that streak in any possible way. You could be looking at possible future matchups here for the playoffs, like first against second, second against third. We don't know. Canterbury's currently sitting in second place, but they have played more games.
Yeah, Canterbury have got a big battle coming up for the rest of the season as well. They're still yet to have a series against the Stampede, Admirals, and the Swarm. So they're going to be wanting to get as much points as they can out of those series.
So halfway point in the second period. We're just going into the second half of that. So as we have a little bit of a stumble there. Player goes down. Looking for a call. Nothing there. Hart takes a wrist shot. Partially blocked. Brooks makes a nice pad save, and he gloves that to have another stoppage. So in a tight contest here, Josh, like there's got to be some things that something will give at some point in time between two teams, like both exerting some good physicality, also very talented. They know that each team has got a lot of weapons on either side. So we'll see exactly what might happen, 'cause you never know. as the Admirals take another quick shot. That's Sarakov out there with Moses and Tyon. As they get control, no they don't, it's taken away. That's Amston. Going 1 against 4 here. Poke checked away. Bit of a theme in that neutral ice is the use of sticks and poking that puck away. Players try to get through and they can't. So often the decision maybe to go wide might be paying off a little bit better. We shall see. Drop pass. Amston gives it to Kemp. Kemp back to Amston. Amston chips it in. Just kind of casually pushes over Tyon, the shorter man. Backhand here, save. Bit of a wobbling backhand shot there by Kemp, but Chaba up to the task.
That was a good chance by Kemp. Just saw that there was a bit of space in front of the net and decided to just drive it and see where he could put the puck. Chaba had his eye on that though. Now, Ian, I did want to mention, for the folks at home that maybe saw what jersey I was wearing, I am indeed wearing a ex-Admirals Jacob Ratcliffe Sydney Bears jersey, who has just recently signed a contract with the Quad City Storm to go play in the Southern Professional Hockey League. I believe he's the first New Zealander to play professional hockey in North America. So congrats to you, Jacob Ratcliffe. You very much stood out on the ice when I watched you in Sydney.
Absolutely, a fantastic Kiwi-born player. We hope him all the future success over there in America as he is starting to tear it up and get recognized for his talents. Hopefully we can get some more Kiwis getting overseas and developing their talents as well, and this is the New Zealand's top level that we've got down here. As a shot deflected away by Harrison. I think he wanted to go the other way with it. Didn't make it through. Yeah, lots of opportunity down here to play. And hopefully we can keep developing some of those gems that people may not have heard of before or even seen. As the puck gets cleared down into the Stampede territory, Burns goes back, wrists it way down for an open Lockie Freer. As he comes in, takes a shot, saved by Chaba.
McLeish just trying to give it all to knock Freer off of the puck. Wasn't enough to fully get him off the puck, but I think it definitely messed up the stride that Freer was going for to put a shot on Chaba.
Yeah, those would be some of the strongest players in the country. Gareth McLeish, extremely strong man, and as well as Lockie Freer. Seen those guys pushing a bit of tin in the weights room, and man, they are absolute beasts. So play starting to get a little bit chippy out there as the puck is bouncing around quite a lot. Players doing everything they can to try and get the puck back for their team. That's Pratt, hit hard by McLeish, and that's going to be a penalty. Looks like it's going to be a boarding call, as Carson Pratt had the numbers to McLeish. It's like meaning that McLeish could see the numbers on the back of the jersey and still hit him, drove him into the boards. So he's going to go for 2 or less, setting the Stampede to their, I believe, second power play of the game.
Well, they've got 1 power play goal so far this game, so it's definitely possible that they can rack up another one.
The Admirals had a power play goal.
Yes,
Yes, they did. This is a power play now to the Stampede, so it's going to be 5-on-4 the other way.
My bad.
As McLeish sits down.
Possibly a short-handed goal there.
Could be. Well, you never know. If one team presses too much, as we have a little bit of an encroachment there, I guess, by the Admirals player before the puck's dropped, so we'll reset, do it again.
I see they've got the penalty on the wrong side of the score clock. That's all right. We've got that working on the live stream, so you guys can see who's in the box and how long they're in for.
So McLeish is in the box, 2 minutes for boarding. A Stampeder on that power play. Amston takes a hard shot. That's saved away well by Chaba with some traffic in front. Players battling for position. Burns gives it to Harrison. Harrison now goes cross to Amston. Gloves it down to Burns. Shot. High shot goes over the net. But they get the rebound and score. Lockie Freer, Johnny on the spot. No one knew where that puck went. Off the back glass, right to his stick and into the net. As you see here, Amston gives it to Burns. Burns takes a higher shot off the glass, rebounds over the defenseman's stick. Unlucky there for Kennedy. And then Lockie just puts it right in the back of the net. So Stampede getting their first goal here, making it 2-1.
Callum Burns picking up an assist there. Just kind of throwing the puck and creating plays. That does actually take him to third in the league, now tied with Justin Daigle.
Very fascinating to see the points race as it develops. But again, a lot of guys they're not super concerned on points all the time, but they really want the ones that matter to win the games. And right now we've got a 1-goal game, and it's Admirals ahead by 1. And there's 6 minutes remaining in the second period.
Stampede now taking the lead on the shot count as well, now up to 13 and to 11.
So Rooney takes a hit there, puts the puck up into the neutral ice. Amston blocks that away and sends it back down. Harrop. Backhanded down, Hurley intercepts, gives it to Freer. Freer over to True up the wing to Kemp. Tall left-handed winger to Pratt. Oh, sorry, Hurley with a nice wrist shot off the shoulder of Chaba. That was not a routine save, Josh. He had to make that quite hard save as the play was moving to Chaba's left, and as he's going across, it kind of opens up that top his right-hand side, and that's where the player elected to shoot, but he was there for the save. Stampede, another face-off win. Deflected off of an Admiral player and out of play, so we'll have another face-off. So Moses loses the face-off. Amston has a shot, doesn't get through. It's in player's equipment in front of the goal, and the Admirals do clear it. Tyon sends it the length of the ice, which will result in an icing.
I think Moses was claiming that there was a touched puck. Oh, and he's getting a penalty for that. Abusive official penalty, I'm assuming.
So Moses, debating the icing call, opened his mouth and said something to the referee. And the referee says, sorry, I don't like your tone, young man. You're going to go now and sit down in the box. Don't do that.
Yeah, got to make sure that we're respecting our refs out here. They do kind of give their own time to not be abused by the players or fans.
However, this is a time in the game you do not want to take a penalty. So Moses could be really stewing, not just more on the fact that it was an offside, or an icing call. That's a little bit less minor in a game when you're up by only 1 goal with 5 minutes to go in the second period. We'll see how this power play plays out for the Stampede.
Stampede have been hot in the past 2 minutes, so if they can keep it going for another 2 minutes, they should be able to get one in.
And they've just had a power play goal, so they will be looking to strike again. Burns walks the line, gives it to Harrison. Bit of a similar setup, trying to get that puck through traffic. Bit of the Stampede MO at the moment. Put bodies in front of Chabas, who doesn't see the puck. Get shots on goal. As the penalty killer, Nick Henderson, does get that puck out of the zone, forcing the Stampede back to retreat and counterattack. Harrison goes around Daigle. Gives to Burns. Burns to Amston. Takes a hard slap shot, blocked by Regan. Looks like he got that in the hand area. He sends it away. Putting the body on the line to stop the puck, Josh.
Yeah, it's got to hurt. I'm glad we wear a lot of padding while we play hockey, but it still somehow gets through, and I've come out with a few bruises here and there.
It is the fastest game in the world, and we love playing it absolutely as Hurley gives it down to Van Sickle.
I looked up Van Sickle on Elite Prospect, and actually he's listed as retired, believe it or not, but so I'm guessing this is a coming out of retirement season for him. He's only, I think, 30, so he's still ready and hot to play hockey. He played some reasonably high junior hockey over in Canada.
So he'll be looking to make an impact here as he battles in front with some of the Admirals players. Amston has a nice wrist shot on goal, but Chaba swallows that up. So there's only 32 seconds left in the Sam Moses, I guess, how to summarize it, yelling at a ref penalty, yelling at a ref non-call, so it would be a kind of an abuse of official or an unsportsmanlike conduct as it's officially recorded in the books. So yeah, 32 seconds left in his penalty, and we have 3 minutes 37 remaining in the second period frame, and we play 3 periods of hockey, all 20 minutes in length. As that puck kind of just innocently makes its way to Chaba, and he holds on to have another face-off, and the Stampede elect to change. Admirals keep the same lineup out on the ice. Harrop lines up for the face-off. He goes down, the puck's in underneath his feet. And Admirals clear the zone. That's Mitchell Freer. Drops it to Cameron True. Getting with those nice Enigma gloves. Seeing a lot more Enigma. I wonder if the team has a bit of a sponsorship with Enigma now, and you see a few of the sticks out there on display. I think that might be Colin McIntosh's company that he runs. I'm not sure. Maybe Colin can let us know, but a lot of the Stampede players are wearing those Enigma gloves. They look great. Hopefully they offer a lot of good pro level protection. As Moses gets back out on the ice, the penalty is now over. We are 5-on-5. Admirals, Ellis sends it down. As Hurley puts it off the boards to himself, gets out of the zone, 2-on-3. Goes around Daigle, has a shot on net. And Chaba stops that, as that was quite a nice rush there by Hurley, taking on 3 Admirals defenders, and does well to get a shot on goal, but he does kind of collide a bit with the defender and go into the boards as he goes off now. Seems to be laboring slightly, but hockey players are pretty tough, Josh, so I got to admit, you know, they take a few knocks and soldier on.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't play in a checking league myself, because I might not be able to handle that. Especially with some of the size of these players. Stephen Amston, oh man, if he hit me, I'd be lying down for a while.
Well, 2:28 here as True
Weird bounce
has the
off the
puck.
boards
There was
there.
a weird one, that. But the Emeralds keep the puck in the zone. Vesper has it. Battling against Mitchell Freer. That's Lockie into support. As he gets a kind of an arm shove from Ellis. Daigle over to the point side by Hayward Jones. Gets a shot, doesn't reach the net. Another shot. Again, that looked like it was steered away by the stick of Aston Brooks. True up the middle to McCog. McCog to Freer. Freer sends it to Henderson. That's the other team. Daigle. Henderson flips it up, kind of in the direction of Amston. Again, that's the other team, so Mitchell Freer has it. A couple of giveaways here by both teams. The passing not as sharp in this last 2 minutes. Possible some mental or physical fatigue happening. As Admirals streaking up into neutral ice. That's Sestroni. On the forehand, takes a hard wrist shot. Stopped by Brooks. Sestroni, Chamberlain fishing for that puck. They have it still. Directed in front, goes all the way through. Regan steps down low. Gets kind of sandwiched by 2 Stampede players. We reach the last minute of play in the second period. Admirals. Regan has the puck behind the net. Looking up ice. Not in a rush to make a play. Elects to skate it up himself. Still has it. Stampede do well to clear the zone. That's Andy Hart. Tries to drop pass, getting harassed a lot by Carson Pratt. Last 10 as they send a long streak pass. Doesn't reach the intended target. Burns read that well. Stampede looking to get a shot in before the period break. Ooh, a drop right off the top of the mask of Chuba. And that will do it for the second period. Bit of a tighter contest. Stampede definitely not lying down at all. They are well in this game, getting a power play goal to get this scoreline to 2-1. 2 for the Admirals, 1 to the Stampede.
Yeah, well fought battle. I think this may be the most hip checks I've ever seen in a New Zealand Ice Hockey League game. I don't know, there seems to be a lot of hip checks going around. Now, if you're wanting to watch some hockey during this intermission, the Botany Swarm and Dunedin Thunder game has, I believe, just started. Puck drop any second. So yeah, maybe go watch that and then come back when for the third period.
Yeah, that's really good. And as Joshua and I were saying earlier, the teams that are ranked in second and third placing on the points table for the NZIHL, they go into a 2-game semifinal to have the best. So that they play a 2-game series to see who is eligible to play off for the finals. So out of that, so let's say though 2 teams play and they're both even and they both won a game. Then it goes to goals differential. If they still can't settle it after goal differential, they have to play another overtime. If they can't solve it after that, then it's a shootout. Never like seeing games done by shootout. Hopefully they can settle it in OT. But that gives them a chance to play against that top-seeded team who's got that automatic berth into the finals. So these games matter a lot down the track.
Yeah, that should be great. I can't wait. I love the fact that we've now changed the NZIHL to having this playoff system. That way you get more teams involved, and I mean, that's more hockey to watch. So I'm always happy about that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a relatively short season. 16 games is not a huge season, but they play a home series and another away series with that team. So, like, the West Auckland Admirals are playing here at home against the Stampede, so they'll play 2 games. But they also go down to Queenstown to play 2 games. They do that with each team, so that's what will add up to their full 16 games of the regular season. So then that will determine who's going to be first, second, third, fourth, fifth. At the moment, Stampede are on the top of the table. Then you got Canterbury, then West Auckland, then Botany, and the Thunder. So it's still pretty tight contest to see who's going to get the points to move forward.
Yeah, we've got some must-see hockey to watch coming up in the next few weekends.
Awesome. So stay tuned. We're going to have third period action coming your way, and I'll have a little bit more to say on Michelle Cox, our New Zealand women's under-18 coach who's just done a stint in America, getting some top-level coaching and assistance from Bob Mancini and his crew. So stay tuned for that as well. Thank you for watching. Kia ora whanau, welcome back. I'm Ian Wanamaker alongside Josh Kretschmar. Thank you very much for tuning back into this very exciting matchup we've got going between the West Auckland Admirals and the SkyCity Stampede. Very quickly, Josh, I wanted to mention Michelle Cox. I said that before we went to break. She is the New Zealand women's under-18 coach. She got invited to go to St. Cloud, Minnesota for this hockey player development camp, and she got this invitation to participate there. So she was involved with 216 female players from around the USA. Got to experience and see players experience this competitive, age-specific on-ice training with drills and small area games and competition, with off-ice training with the strength and conditioning, team building, mental skills, classroom nutrition, the whole lot. So toured the USA Hockey facilities, got to network, got to learn lots, experience amazing things, and hopefully she can come back to New Zealand and give that back to the Tamariki here. And please, Michelle, next time if you're listening, take me with you. I want to go. I want to do the same thing. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. I'm so glad that stuff like this happening.
Now we digress back into this New Zealand ice hockey competition, the NZIHL. We have the top of the table, SkyCity Stampede, playing against the West Auckland Admirals at the Admirals' home at Paradise Avondale. And the Avondale faithful here are somewhat pleased with the team's performance so far. They are up by 2 goals to 1. Stampede looking to equalize as we get back on that newly groomed, fresh sheet of ice. Daigle. Up to Vesper. Nice move here. Vesper streaks in. Gets behind his defenseman with a good shot, but Brooks.
Yeah, that was
the Brook wall
closes
the Brooks
the
door.
Wall, eh? Yeah, that was a great move by Vesper. Like I said, Admirals, they've got the players, they've got the skill to just move the puck however they want. It's like they've got a puck on string on their stick, you know? And he was able to get a really good shot away.
Face-off win by the Admirals. Just doesn't seem like the teams, when they do have the puck, though, Josh, that it's held cleanly or for a long period of time. Because the forechecking is fast, it's real quick, and they have not a lot of time to make a decision with that puck. As Sistroni has it, backhands it to the middle, taken off the skate by Henry. He's got it here, looks to forehand, gets it back to Sistroni. Got it taken away by Amston. Oh, he drops it mistakenly. Must be that new ice, possibly getting held up a little bit. As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, sometimes when the newly groomed ice still has lots of water on it, the puck will stop or stick a little bit in spots, and that's not a space where you want it to stop, Josh, right in front of your goal and going right between your legs as well. Good thing Amston's a large man and he's got that long reach stick. He can cover a lot of ground quickly, which he did there to get the puck back out of harm's way. So Taylor Kennedy trying to dump it down, but stopped by True. Number 6 for the Stampede, over to Amston. Puck in neutral zone, Skipper doesn't get it through. Rooney has it, gets hit by True. Skipper sends it down into the Admiral zone. Can't be held in though. That's put back in temporarily by Robbie. But Admirals have it again. That's Taylor Kennedy. Cross ice. That's intercepted by Mitchell Freer. Looks to pass. Gets into the middle. Robbie here. Can't get a shot away. Another shot. Save. Another one. Robbie denied on the rebound chance as Kemp got a good shot on net there. Rebound came directly out to number 19, Robbie. And Robbie took another shot on goal, and Chaba.
Yeah, great play.
Called back there to get it.
The centering pass was quite a smart play as far as chipping the puck just over the defender's stick. Managed to get a tape to tape.
Hurley on the forecheck against Regan. Regan's been having a pretty good game tonight, skating very well, battling through checks. So if you're an Admiral fan, it's good to see the young defenseman really stepping up. Rooney, speaking of stepping up, Burns challenges him quickly. Closing the gap really fast. Players, again, not getting much time and space with the puck. Burns over to Mitchell Freer. He gains the line. Goes wide. Players putting that strategy in and going wide, not trying to get through the middle where the active sticks are taking that puck away. A good adjustment on the Stampede's point of view. Regan looking up ice, looking for a play here. Sends it down the wall for Andy Hart, who's not ahead of the play, so that's going to be an icing.
A little late on the whistle, but he did call it. Quick update on the Swarm and Dunedin Thunder game. Swarm taking an early lead, 2.5 minutes into the game, up 1-0. Unfortunately, I did not catch who their goal scorer was, but yeah, 1-0 for the Swarm.
Yeah, Swarm looking to turn it around. They had that 4-1 loss. They really let things get away from them in that third period down in Dunedin the other night. So the Thunder got their first 3 points of the season. Good to see them get the points, but hopefully they can well, we'll see what happens tonight, too. You never know which way it's going to go. Dunedin have a very good team. Although they are missing one of their star players, or a good player in particular with Enright. So we'll keep you updated as to that scoreline. But here in Avondale, right now it is 2-1. West Auckland have that lead. As the play gets down, Harrison's first to the puck here. Sidesteps ahead, looks to center the pass. And McCog with it, chips it off the wall. Ellis gets it out of the zone. Henderson over to Vesper. Pass a little bit too hot to handle. And Stampede sent it all the way down. Daigle drops it behind the net to Hayward Jones. Hayward Jones back to Daigle. Daigle gives it back to Hayward Jones. Admirals in control here. Up to Henry. Henry loses it. Stick check by Harrison. The referee has called the offside, but the Admirals had possession of the puck. There was a warning given, but it looked like the Stampede players could not hear that warning. So
It looks
I
like
know in future reference, like they have to touch the puck for it to be charged as an offside, but
yeah, it looks like McCarg was actually asking the linesman to maybe speak up a little. So yeah, they're not hearing that it was offside.
But they need a warning. But the other thing is that they did not touch the puck for to be charged for an offside. Yeah. So both parties possibly guilty there. Hard shot by Burns over the net. Might have a new, maybe it's one of the Enigma sticks. He's getting a real good pop, but it's going over the net. Often. As Burns does a nice sidestep there of the check. Puck gets sent over to Skipper. He chips it off the wall down into the Admirals area. Kennedy does well to give it to Sistroni. That's Vinny. Stopped up with the puck. Goes up. Looking for Hart. Doesn't make it to him. Burns has it back. Gives it away to Hart. Hart to Sistroni. He dumps it in. Hart chases. Kept in at the line. Harrop spins away. Has some room. Gives in the middle. Sticked away and cleared by the Stampede. Regan sends it up to Rooney. Rooney redirects it down into the Stampede zone. Brooks plays the puck. Up to Robbie. Robbie. Hurley misses that. As Hart gets tied up with his man. Bit of a quiet uncertainty type of a moment there where players are just watching what's going on, who's going to do what. Seeing who's going to actually step up. Harrop, he steps up. Gives it to Vesper. Gets checked by Burns.
Yeah, quite a lot of neutral zone play. Teams aren't able to set up to create their offensive zone plays that the coaches have been telling them to do.
Regan with a nice centering shot pass. Goes all the way through that crease area. And we'll have a whistle.
Puck slightly go over, maybe hit the net on the side there.
Yeah, again, with the low glass at this rink, sometimes when the puck does rim around on the tall glass, it'll reach the mesh netting that's in the, I guess, on the half wall, if you want to call it that. And that will just, the puck will stay in play, but it does go off the net, and technically they have to call that. I'd wish they just keep playing, like, because it just interrupts the game. Anyway, you are seeing some of the best ice hockey action in the country. And again, we appreciate you all watching from wherever you are in the world watching it now, as Ellis takes a shot, but takes an unusual deflection by Harrison. He got his stick in the way. He's first on it. Drops it to Freer. Lockie looking to center it. Stampede still on the puck. Not cleared yet. McCog up to Amston. Amston, his shot misses. Coyle, his shot right on. And that is saved by Chaba and cleared by the Admirals, but that they sent it all the way directly down the ice for an icing, and they've been on for a fair amount. Yeah,
just enough for icing. Wasn't sure if it was the right move. Usually when you're trying to exit the zone and you can't get dumpy, you try to bounce off the boards a bit. He was in this pretty much in the center of the ice, so it's a little difficult to do that, but yeah, just slightly more to the right and he would have been able to have gone a change in.
So 12 minutes 32 in the third period, 2-1 game. Offensive zone face-off for the Stampede. Carson Pratt lines up. The linesman's not dropping the puck. There we go. He does drop it eventually. Admirals win it. As Vesper goes for a change, as he was receiving that puck, Daigle gave him the puck and he decided, I'm going to go for a change. That doesn't happen too often. And then the puck gets deflected just slightly over into the Stampede bench. So we'll have another face-off. Looks like it's going to go to center ice. Not often does the linesman get to drop the puck at center ice. He must feel like a big man right now. Pretty happy. That doesn't happen often in the game. As Stampede lift the puck up to Skipper. But the Admirals do well to clear it. Burns collects it again. Stops up. His pass doesn't connect to anyone, and that goes all the way down and behind the goal. So that'll be an icing against them. They will not be able to change.
Linesman making sure that they do have the right players on the ice.
It's another one of those jobs. It's not a great, fun job for a linesman that has to police the ice in terms of who is on and off. Like, so they really got to be paying attention at all times when there are infractions like icings. Admirals' quick face-off win as Sestroni takes a wild stab at it. Doesn't hit it, though. Stampede electing again to do that nice lift clearance. These teams are making some changes. Taylor Kennedy just over, steps over center, hits his own man in the backside. And Sestroni looking for it, doesn't have it. True, skating backwards now, gives it over to Burns. Burns. This pair of D have seen an awful lot of ice time this game as Robbie going back. Gives it to Burns, back to Robbie. So Regan plays it right down to a Stampede player, gives it in front. That's Kemp. Kemp has the puck in the corner, sends it in front. Hart is there to take it away and bring it back the other way. So he sends it down. Playing a bit of dump and chase here, Josh.
Yeah, that seems to be the Admirals' strategy. I think they may be finding it a bit hard to get past their two defenders.
It's being a great shot here by Amston. Gets his own rebound. Does a 1-on-2. Showing some strength and some good touch there to get that shot on goal as Chaba makes a nice left-hand blocker, not blocker, but he kind of blocks it away.
Yeah, that was a great play. Oh, Chaba coming out.
He does well to get the puck to Rooney and clears the zone. So yeah, when you have it's only a 1-goal lead, the dumping and chasing could be an effective strategy if they are trying to continually wear down the opposition. And this should be an icing here as it's called, as both players come together.
you're going to be thinking that their coach is aware of that as well, that they have a short bench and they don't have as many legs to, I guess, recuperate up. So the wearing down strategy is a very valid strategy to go for.
Absolutely, and if you can dump and chase effectively, but it means that your forward, like especially your wingers, have to go and chase and put pressure on those D so that they don't have any time and space to set up and make a counterattack play, because they're good at stretching the pass all the way down into the other end, past the neutral ice. As we see now, as a faceoff, as Lockie Freer streaks away, going 2-on-2, takes a shot, saved by Chaba. As players come together a little bit, looking for a rebound after the whistle.
Yeah, Freer broke that line as soon as the puck dropped. He was away and he managed to just get a tip on as the puck went to the Admirals defenseman, and he was able to just kind of take it off of him, and that's how you create breakaways.
So 9 minutes, 54 seconds. It is 2 to the Admirals, 1 to the Stampede. Great to see close games in this NZIHL. As Vesper has it against. Good active stick by the defenseman of the Stampede, taking it away. But Ellis recollects, sends it down. Back to Burns. Seems like Burns just never gets off the ice, doesn't even tire. He just is ageless.
If we track time on ice on this league, I reckon it'd be pretty close to other leaders.
Yeah, for sure. As he tries to reach Harrison with his pass, but maybe that's a sign of mental fatigue at this point in time in the game, as they will not be able to change. And when players have their stick and they're down on their pants or their padded shorts, if you see some of the Stampede, like Harrison is doing now, that's a sign of fatigue, like he's just laboring a little bit, needs to catch his breath. Has been out there for a little while, and again, like you said about heavy legs are burning, but these players are tough. They battle on. They've got great cardio, good stamina, good fitness. This is what they train for.
Swarm have now taken a 2-0 lead.
That's Caleb Chamberlain. Sends the puck around the boards to Sistroni. He tries to flip it out of the zone, doesn't get it out of the zone. Shot is blocked. Carson Pratt looking to get it back. Elects to go for another hip check. And that will be an icing against
Another
Admiral.
icing. Are both teams getting tired?
Well, you know, that's got to be it. Like, when you have this amount of icings in a game, especially back to back to back like that, it's just going to show you that there is pressure either side. And if you look at the Stampede bench, you can see that guys are down. They're taking a lot more swigs of the water bottle. Admirals bench, most of them are all standing up.
It does come at the crucial point in the season where if you've got a team that doesn't have that same level of fitness, you can't last that whole season and you'll end up dropping off near the end.
Yeah, and you'll see how it starts to pan out later in the year. We're only in August, getting towards September, October when the playoffs will be, so keep watching. As just in that last play, Amston stepped into a really hard slap shot that Chaba could see, so when he sees things, he is 92-point-some-odd% of the time going to save it. So if Stampede want to break that 92% mark, they're going to need to continue to put more shots. They've only got, they've got 23. They've got more than the Admirals are listed at present. Rooney up the wall, doesn't get out of the zone. Takes a deflection as it went off the skate of Harrison. He redirected that right to Chaba.
That would
like
have been a good goal, though. Even though the puck hit his skate, the rule is you can't have a distinct kicking motion to put the puck in the net.
Yeah, so
you
it
can
was a
deflect
redirect. Well spotted. As the Admirals faithful here are starting to really get into their atmosphere or the support of their team. Shot saved by Chaba, as that was a nice setup face-off. Lockie Freer gets a one-time shot. Saved by Chaba's pad. Regan takes a big spill there as Harrison takes his feet out up from underneath him, and that will send Harrison to the box. A little bit of an undisciplined play there. Again, not the time that you want to take a penalty, but it's looking like it's going to happen. The Admirals have pulled the goaltender, so it's 6-on-5 until the penalty, until the Stampede touch the puck. So Admirals firing all at the net at the moment, and they Stampede do touch the puck. Whistle's called. We'll have a tripping penalty to number 8, Connor Harrison. I think that could be possibly his third. I know that's his second penalty of the game.
Yeah, Harrison kind of just coming in a bit too hot and leading stick first, which if you're going to do that, you're going to make sure that your stick ends up hitting the puck and not the other player's skates, or you will be drawing penalties.
He certainly is a much more valuable player when he's out on the ice, but sometimes he does play on that edge. And that one was a little bit past it. I think if doing that play again, he certainly would not have been that liberal putting the stick down, especially as Regan was passing him. He was definitely by him. So he could have stopped a goal. We don't know. Admirals, they are on a power play. Henderson over to Ellis. Ellis back to Henderson. Henderson to Daigle. Hard snapshot. Brooks could see that all the way.
Admirals getting some passes going for the power play. That will make them successful. I like that they are trying to get the shot on and create some busyness in front of the net. I found that's kind of the only way you can score against Aston Brooks. He's hard to kind of get on. You've got to get him moving. Can't let him see where the puck is.
He's a very agile goaltender. And again, consistently a very top performer in the league. High save percentage. Another reason for some of the Stampede's success. One of the key parts of it, actually. So Henderson gains the blue line, goes outside the line and went back in again, and that little extra move caused his players to be offside. So we're going to have a face-off outside the Stampede zone. 1 minute 19 in the penalty to Connor Harrison. What's the message here to this second unit power play for the Admirals? What do they got to do here?
They're really going to just make sure they're playing in the zone, set up some passes, but as long as they just get the puck to the net and they have players in front, you'll have chances just come your way.
Yeah, naturally with one man as an advantage, you will have that little bit extra time and space as they're looking to take advantage of it now. Daigle cuts to the middle, shoots, has it saved by Brooks. But there was traffic. He couldn't see that cleanly as the penalty killers go for a change from the Stampede.
Yeah, it was good battles in front of the net, keeping it clean, but making sure they're boxing the Stampede are boxing the Admirals players out.
Nicely taken away there by Burns, stopping the entry of the zone. But Admirals quick on it again. Ellis sends it down around behind Brooks. That's Regan in on the puck. 26 seconds in the penalty. Kennedy up to Hayward Jones. Ellis up top, just gets over the stick of Hayward Jones, and they have to regroup and neutral ice, killing valuable seconds off of this penalty here. As the physicality has not stopped, like there's been lots of good hits. Kennedy and McCog come together again. Just under 5 minutes in this game. Admirals have control of the puck behind the net. Looking up ice as Hayward Jones goes all the way to Harrop, who chips it down.
Just managed to get a touch on it.
Otherwise, that's an icing. And True. Over to Kemp. Kemp to Robbie. Robbie streaks down that right side. Draw pass to Amston. Amston takes on Daigle. Gets around him. But Daigle does poke the puck away. Does well. Daigle has it now. Sauces it. Oh, looking for a streaking Ellis. Doesn't connect with him. True. Takes a hard shot, but doesn't get all of it. And then it kind of whiffled to the goal. And Chaba played it with a glove and almost directed it into his own net.
Yeah, I think Chaba was actually looking to see if he had a hole in his glove, because I think he thought he had it and then realized that it wasn't in his glove.
Again, it was just a real off-speed. Oh, as the player gets hit and really takes the linesman down hard as Vesper collides with the linesman. Puts him in a very vulnerable, difficult position. He is definitely not looking good. Call is made for the stretcher or the training staff to come on to help him. Again, if you are seeing that again at full speed, that's a collision that's really unavoidable, as the linesman was trying to get out of the way but the play happened so fast where they just collided with him and then really took his feet out from underneath him. He landed hard on either his back or his tailbone.
Yeah, hopefully he's only just a little bit winded here. He's kind of sitting up a little bit, but yeah, trainer's just tending to him now.
So we've got 3 minutes 53 left in this third period. This kind of moment has put a bit of a damper on the whole crowd. It's quieted down considerably as they check on the Van Morrison. But yeah, Admirals have got 2, Stampede have got 1. This would be a good moment for the Stampede to get Coach Freer there talking with his troops. Just say, hey guys, look, it's 2-1 hockey game. 1 goal changes this whole dynamic of the game. You're not out of it by any stretch by imagination. He's going to draw up a couple of plays here, getting his guys all in the right headspace, calm them back down so they know how to execute and what to do. Admirals will be doing the same on their side of the bench, looking at what's going on. Hey guys, look, we've got a 1-goal game. They're going to have a big pushback. You got to weather that storm right now. You got to have a bit of a calm presence, but don't take any stupid penalties. Be smart about your discipline now. Make sure you're doing all the little things correctly. This is what I'd be telling the guys anyway, at least making sure you're ready for face-offs. Don't be asleep, because you can see how quickly games will change. One face-off missed assignment, that puck's in the back of your net.
At what point do you think the Stampede pull Aston Brooks to get that extra
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, 2-1 game, you really don't want to do that unless it's absolutely necessary. Your team, you got to instruct your team a little bit to tell them it's full-on press now, guys. You got to go for the puck. Put 2 on it. If they've got great control, then maybe they want to pull them in the last 20, maybe. That's a big maybe. You don't want to risk losing the puck, turn it over, losing 3-1. As the linesman's really just gotten up to his feet, so we hope Dougie's okay. Looks like he may have to be taken out of the game because he is not able to put any pressure on one of his legs. Yeah, he is definitely in a lot of pain here as he's getting escorted over toward, his left leg is definitely looking like it needs some assistance. He's not under his own power at all. So hopefully the training staff here can look after him as he gets a hand to get off the ice. He's got a smile on his face. I don't know if that's a smile like I'm okay or if he's wincing in pain, because he certainly looks like, oh yeah, he's not in a good way.
Yeah, that's a shame. You don't want to see anyone getting hurt, especially not linesmen that don't have all that gear set up. They don't get the protection that the players do. But I'm not sure if what happened there, protection would have helped too much.
Well, the unfortunate thing here is he's got to walk through the crowd, literally, to get to the officials' area. As the Admirals have a good face-off win, and McLeisha unleashes a great wrist shot, but Aston Brooks makes a nice glove save.
I was going to mention the Stampede are in a tricky situation where they do want to at least get an extra attack on by having Aston Brooks pulled. But the Admirals are playing really well enough that they're able to stop them on the blue line and dump pucks down, which is going to give them a good chance to pot that empty net goal.
So we'll see how this goes as well with having one linesman down. So the referee's going to have to do kind of triple or double duty here, playing as a linesman and referee, with one linesman doing both lines, I guess. I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, I believe in the NHL they have backup.
Yeah, they do. We're
refs.
not in that luxury here. I mean, I'm qualified ref. I'd love to get out there and do that, but we have a job to do here for you. As Regan comes down with a wrist shot, saved by the chest of Brooks. 3 minutes left in the game. As Harrison hits Daigle and Burns sends it up to the middle. McCog. Both teams with top units out on the ice. Burns. Harrison just deflects it down into Admirals territory. Regan skates up the wall. It's met well by Harrison. Amston dumps the puck in. Skates down after it on his own. He doesn't even have the puck, and that's going to be a penalty as Aston cleans out Justin Daigle before the puck. And that, again, we talked about it earlier, is this little bit of discipline. Stampede using the physicality, but that's away from the play of the puck. And True is now, oh no, he's not going, but Amston goes right to the box, and the Admirals will be on the power play.
Yeah, quite a silly penalty to take, to be honest. Not really sure what he was thinking there.
You know what he wanted to get the puck, but he wanted to separate Daigle away from the puck, but Daigle wasn't even close enough to the puck yet. If he's got possession, go ahead, go hit him. But he didn't even he wasn't even in rights to be hit, so he's going to sit down for 2 and possibly a real costly penalty here. As we have another penalty call here as a hooking call has been made. See who's that going to be against.
Oh, yeah, Fraser Ellis.
So that evens things up very quickly.
Yeah,
that power play lasted 8-7 seconds. 4-on-4 now. And I think one of the teams has elected to call a timeout. So, again, with just over 2 minutes left in the game, 2 teams having penalties, 4-on-4.
Another quick update on the Botany Swarm Dunedin Thunder game. Botany Swarm have now extended that lead to 3-0. They've just finished the first period. So once we find out the result for this game, jump over to watch the rest of that one. Swarm may end up getting a bit of a lead on that one, on that game.
Well, here we got a bit of a barn burner. This is an excellent game here at Paradise Avondale. What do they call it? The Brig, a.k.a. the Brig sometimes. If you get that Admiral reference, the seafaring Admirals. As the crowd is really stepping up their presence here. On the one side, or to our right side, 4-on-4 action. Admirals win the faceoff. Henderson comes away with it. Puck control and possession is key at this moment. Both teams want to get it back. Daigle skating through the middle. Gets hit. Gets it to Henderson, though. Henderson goes over the blue line. Oh, and Dale Harrop was just over the line. And you know what? That's the referee making an offside call out of necessity.
Yep, so they are going for, I guess, a linesman official role. Yeah. Or linesman referee.
So like I said, you don't see that often, but they have to do that. There's only 2 of them. It's a 2-man system, but critical time in this game. As Admirals win another faceoff. Regan skates behind the net. Has it stick checked away. Freer going for it. He's been having a real good game himself. Real strong, getting that second goal, their only goal so far for the Stampede on their power play. But at the moment, it's a 4-on-4 game with 1 minute 46 left, and Admirals are really happy to just kind of dictate the pace of play here because Stampede really need to get the puck back if they want to win this game. Oh, nice shot by Harrop as it was a skate save by Brooks. Harrop behind the Stampede net, fending off a check. Daigle sends it back down low to Harrop. Harrop has it. Looking for his option, gives it to the D-man, Regan. Nice move here as he dangles in the middle, shoots. Oh, puck was saved, but just sitting in front on that blue paint and cleared away by the Stampede. Last minute remaining in this game. We have 4-on-4 for the next 24 seconds. And there will be a small 8-second power play for the Stampede once Amston steps back onto the ice. We'll keep an eye on the clock, and also if Brooks is going to leave the net to send on an extra attacker for the Stampede. That's Mason Kennedy over to Taylor Kennedy. They play catch with the puck. They send it down. Amston's on the ice now. 5 players on 4 until Ellis is now out of the box. It's 5-on-5. Amston streaks through. Takes a hit from Mason. Taylor hits his man. Henderson sends it down the ice as Aston Brooks goes to the bench, sending on an extra attacker. So we have a whistle.
I think they were wondering if there should have been an icing call because the Admirals were on the penalty kill.
Yeah,
I believe the penalty was just expired though, so that
it was 5-on-5. The reason they're asking is because the goaltender was leaving the ice surface. He wasn't off yet, so the extra attacker wasn't on. So technically that's still 5-on-5. So they will be charged an icing, bringing the face-off down into the Admiral zone. I think the referees will now be just checking to see if any additional time needs to be added onto the clock to see if in that confusion that happened just a few moments ago, if extra time will be added or not, as it currently stands at 12.8 seconds left. Stampede's net is empty, but they have 2, 4, 6. They have 7 players out on the ice. That's
I'm not
literally
sure that's allowed.
another extra attacker on top of the extra attacker. So that's pretty cool. Well, I don't know, cool, but that's cheeky if they get away with that. So they've just sent one off. They have 6 on. Admirals have 5. It is still 12.8 seconds to go here. McCog lining up for the face-off against Ellis. They win it. Henderson steals it away from Freer, and they get down, taking some more time away off that clock. Burns up to Amston. Amston, last-ditch effort as Kennedy steps in front of that shot, and Admirals take it 2-1. What a game.
There goes the Stampede's point streak there. That's the first
Regular season loss in over 30 some odd games, which is an NZIHL record. So Admirals will certainly be pleased with that result, giving them a very valuable 3 points, moving ever so closer to the Canterbury Red Devils on that table for the NZIHL standings. So what a game you have just witnessed here. West Auckland Admirals coming away with a 3-point victory. That's how many points are awarded in an NZIHL win. 2 for an overtime win, and I believe 2 for a shootout win. And you get 1 for going to OT, 1 for if you went to a shootout. And there has been a couple of those so far this season.
That does actually keep the Admirals in 3rd place, 2 points behind the Red Devils, with a game in hand on them. So tomorrow night, if they can, like you said, even just make it to overtime and get a win, that will put them up to 2nd place. Actually, no, that they would be losing on the goal differential, so they need to win in regulation to make it to 2nd.
So there you have it, folks. Like, what exciting action that we've had here tonight as the West Auckland Admirals take the 3-point victory here at the Brig against the SkyCity Stampede, the top of the table team. Such excitement. I mean, you really don't know what's going to be happening tomorrow, but they do play again tomorrow, folks. So the Admirals, as they are saluting their West Auckland faithful here as they raise their sticks and thank them. We also do want to acknowledge and say, hopefully, that the linesperson, I believe that was Doug Thompson that went down. Hopefully he's okay. He took a big hit along in front of the Stampede bench earlier in the game, and you never want to see officials get injured, but man, oh man. What an exciting game to watch, Josh. Like, can you have any thoughts for not just this game, but what we're going to see tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty tight battle, very close. Not too many amazing scoring chances. It was kept quite tight defensively. It should be hopefully pretty similar tomorrow, because it's like a game of chess here. It's great to see. 2 very skilled teams, very physical. You could see that discipline. Do you think that was a bit of a factor tonight too, with some of those penalties that came in really late in the game? Kind of a little bit of discipline going out the window there. I said it was going to be a special teams game, and I think we got 2 power play goals. So
and a final 2-1 scoreline. So
yeah.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning into this live stream YouTube broadcast. Again, on behalf of myself, Ian Wanamaker, and Josh Kretschmar, and the rest of the team, Michael and our cameraman, have a great evening. Stay safe out there. So, ka kite ano, and we'll see you again tomorrow.